I want to invite you on a journey to explore one of the most fascinating mysteries in the Torah, the 5 books of Moses, the RedHeifer. In biblical times, the Mishkan, the tabernacle in Shilo, and later the temple in Jerusalem were the spiritual centers of the Israelite nation. Anyone who wanted to enter these holy places and feel connected to the divine presence there first had to let go of any sadness and negativity. In other words, inner impurity. This impurity had to be lifted and replaced by feelings of love, renewal, and life, or in one word, purity. How did it work? In a place facing the entrance of the sanctuary, the Kohen, the priest, performed a unique ceremony with deep spiritual meaning in every detail. First, a red heifer that met very specific requirements had to be found. The heifer was then prepared along with a branch of cedar, the highest tree in this region, and of hyssop, a small bush, tied together with a special red-dyed wool. The ashes from this process, symbolizing the final stage of life, were mixed with living water, drawn from a spring. Together they created a mixture with the mystical power to purify anyone who was impure. This ceremony represented the idea that life is stronger than death, and that even after all seems lost, there is always hope for a new beginning. Thousands of years later, the followers of the great Kabbalist Rabbi Yitzchak Luria Ha'arizal revealed that this act of purification can open the gates of prophecy. The red heifer was in fact the key to the temple, a house of peace and prayer for all nations. What is a red heifer though? And why is it so rare? One verse in the Torah, in the book of Numbers, lists 5 conditions that a red heifer must meet. First, it must be completely red without even 2 hairs of a different color. This doesn't mean the bright red we think of today, but an earthy reddish brown. Second, it must be a cow, not a calf, and be at least 2 years and 1 day old. Like humans, cows' hair color could change, starting red and turning white or black over time. This makes finding a red heifer more difficult. Third, it must have no injuries or blemishes. Fourth, it must never have borne a yoke, be dedicated for this ritual, and never have been used for work or any other purpose, even for leaning on. Fifth and lastly, it must be a female cow, not a bull. For 300 years after the destruction of the Second Temple, the ashes of the red heifer continued to be used for purification. But for the past 1700 years, the red heifer disappeared from our lives. But now, we can see a red heifer just like in temple time. How was it discovered? A few years ago, a group of Israelis began searching for a red heifer. After careful research, they found ranches that raise red Angus cattle, a breed that closely matches the description of the red heifer in the Torah. The team visited ranch after ranch until they found an experienced cattle breeder whose herd included perfect red calves that had never been touched or worked by humans. The rancher wasn't surprised by their unusual quest. I've read the book of Numbers and know all about the red heifer. When I started raising cattle 30 years ago, I chose this breed hoping that one day my cows would be used in the temple. The pure red heifers were flown to Israel and brought to ancient Shilo, where they are now part of the revival of this ancient tradition.